rural communities and small town businesses, entrepreneurship, which he believes is what India thrives on, and engagement with and development of which will make an economically strong India internally and what would define India in the next few decades. I think that more than anything else, Sanjay, would be something delightful to hear about. We all talk of tier 1 and tier 2 only. It's terrific that this is something that will be an eye-opener for all of us. Without further ado, Sanjay is going to speak to us on building excellence in CS through engagement and loyalty beyond metrics.
Chairperson introduced me as someone with having 35 years of experience. Out of that, 18 months is only the customer experience. So you do not rely on what I say. But I have, being in a sales and marketing career, I have faced customers as the front end, the typical ASM general manager look that one takes, then coming to general manager position, looking at customer from the marketing perspective. And today I am in a corporate role where I look at the customers, which is the channel and the users. And the experience that I am going to share with you is slightly different that normally these conferences are all about, and which is actually a learning experience for me. The metrics, the contact centers, the apps, the NPS, and the whole rigmarole of it, which I learned much later in my life. But when I joined this company called Pidilite, I am not talking about small town and rural, I will come to that later. I worked in two places where customer was digitally tracked. One was my earlier stint in an e-commerce company, not like Flipkart and Amazon, but which was in rural India. We set up some 30,000 kiosks in rural India in assisted service module, so which was providing services to the customer. So how do you track customer who is coming through assisted mode and not directly connecting? They didn't have an app, they were digitally not as literate at that point of time, 2010 to 15, so that was a great experience. Now when I came to Pidilite, I found that here the customer experience per se is a misnomer, because the call centers which we have is basically receiving only when the customer is in problem or there is a query. That's a typical thing. You have SRs, you have TADs, and then you have all kind of metrics. The more educated your young managers are, more metrics they create. And then you scratch your head and try to find out what problem the guy is trying to solve. So that's one part of it. But when I looked at it very closely, I found that this company had engaged with the customer with very defined metrics, which goes beyond the typical way that we define customer experience. When they started sometime 60 years back, they understood that they were fighting in a space which was non-existent. Adhesives, white adhesives was only an industrial product, they wanted to make it consumer. And consumer did not know the product. The only way they had, and they had no money to advertise. The only way they had to visit customers' homes and get the experience back, put it into the product, go back again, put it into the product, go back again. So that's why you will find this company is very unique, that it is all in bearing categories. They are in woodworking, but they don't sell wood or laminates. They sell only adhesive, which is only 5% of the total cost of the table that you use or the furniture that you use. We are in construction chemicals, but we do only waterproofing. So these kind of niches they found out, that's one part. But in those all the niches you'll find that the customer experience is extremely important, because whatever quality of wood you have, if you have a bad adhesive, it will not stick. So going from there, I will now go back to this is the background I am giving, and this company celebrated 60 years. I have been in this company in the frontline positions of managing the business, and now into a corporate position. So 10 years I've spent here. So we celebrated 60 years last year, and then these are our brands. So if you say we have adhesives and sealers, which are Fevicol, Fevikwik, MCL, Stitchgrip, Pidilite, it's all adhesive brand. And then we have a construction chemical, which is Dr. Fixit, Rock, Woodfield, Gel, Terminator. Then we have for school children, art materials. The core is chemicals. The core in which the company plays is chemical. Then it finds its customer segments. So it's a very, and they are so diverse that as a chief customer officer, I sometimes scratch my head because the adjacencies just don't exist. I have a carpenter, and next one is a plumber, and the third one is a waterproofer. The three communities don't talk to each other. Then we have a school teacher, which is an art and craft teacher. This is another world. So when you look at all these customers, you keep on asking that in order to attract them, retain them, and drive your business to them, what kind of metrics do you use? Number one. Number two, most of these customers are not digitally very literate. So we keep on making apps. Apps use is less. It is only in the last 2 years that they have started using them digitally. Otherwise, it's going to be assisted mode. A carpenter will come, वो अपना salesman को बोलेगा, यार थोड़ा ये banking करवा दे मेरे course का. So the guy will do it. So actually, the experience of whether he liked it or didn't like it is something which the salesman gives. But only recently we have started a call center, come app, come SMS mode to track that how does he feel. What is SESAT experience we have started gathering. But it goes much beyond that. So, so when I defined a customer, so I started asking the customer, who is the customer? Is that the house owner who is building the house and spending for cement, spending for bricks, spending for waterproofing material? Is that my customer? Or the Rajmistri who comes and works there, is that my customer? So this question I kept on pending. The next question came to carpenters. Carpenters, do you know what adhesives is used? Do you ever tell your carpenter कि भाई इसमें फेविकॉल जरूर यूज करना? हम फेविकॉल का एड्स दिखाते हैं. In fact, most 90% of all the people that I meet in conferences, they always say that your ads are very good. So I don't feel good about it because I never produced them, nor I have 1% contribution to it. That is Piyush Pandey and company. They have mastered the art of what we call advertising and getting awards since 1991. So. But the people say the ads are very good. But if the ads are good, do you tell your carpenter that I उसको फेविकॉल लगाना? When he is doing offsite business, do you ever go and see that what adhesives he used? So it's the carpenter who decides. So it keeps on telling. We have tried many times to go back to the end customer and push him back, saying that what's your experience with the product? He says क्या product? कौन सी product की बात कर रहे हो? फेविकॉल हाँ use करता हूँ ना. मेरा carpenter अच्छा है use करता हूँ. So we have not still figured it out how to go over the carpenter who is the influencer to the end customer. So that's one thing. So now these are our 5 pillars. We have influencers, we have end users, which is like us, households, we have dealers, which is channel partner, distributor, and our internal team. Now I will show you this small ad. I don't know how many of you have seen this. This ad was, we ran this ad last year in when we had 60 years of celebration. Just have a look at this ad and see what does this ad convey. It's a very silent message this ad gives.
शर्मा की दुल्हन जो ब्याह के आई संग टू सीटर सोफा ले आई पड़को नाम शर्मा इनका सोफा है शर्मा इनका सोफा शर्मा इनका ब्याह कराई सोफा पे नवा कपड़ा चढ़ाई बनको वो मिसरा इनका सोफा है मिसरा इनका सोफा सोफा
ad which we ran, so what, people said that this is about Fevicol, right? What the ad? So many good ads have come, the bus ad and the Machika ad, and so this is yet another one which shows possibly the longevity of the brand. That 60 years we have lived on, and the furniture also has lived on. But in this entire message, when we show it to a carpenter, and when he saw that, he was very happy. What was the reason? It's the last thought is of the carpenter. Last thought, if you see, is the carpenter who is making sofa बनाए तो दिल से बनाए, फेविकॉल से नहीं बनाए, दिल से बनाए. So we are celebrating the carpenter in this saying that your craftsmanship is important. So this, when you looked at it from a perspective of a customer and an influencer, it has a lot of meaning. So this meaning, somehow this company has recognized for last 50, 60 years. In fact, when I was doing Amul for a very long period of time. When I came to this company, I looked at the customer in the same way that we looked at it in the FMCG way. You have to do ATL, you have to see what segment he belongs to, ACC, A, B, C, then all that media plan you do, and then you track how your ad spend converted into trial business, all that. But here I found that this owner, and this can be, in my personal opinion, there is a slight difference between an owner and a professional manager. The owner invested huge amount of money in just tracking customer experience, that the carpenter. Now, how did he do it? He said that the carpenters are blue collar workers. तो इसको कनेक्ट करने के लिए टेलीफोन नहीं चलेगा,